Hi, welcome to This Week in Ames. I'm Susan Guiazda. On today's show, we check in with the Ames Public Library. My guest today is Jillian Ocken, who is the Community Relations Specialist for the Ames Public Library. Jillian, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Well, it's hard to believe that we are actually standing right here in the renewed Ames Public Library. Tell us a little bit about how it feels to be you and how we got to this point.
Well, welcome to the library. It looks fabulous. We're all very excited about how it's come together. Everything looks great, it feels great, things are functioning the way we had hoped. It's really nice.
So let's look at the numbers. This was 18 months that we moved out. It adds almost 80,000 square foot.
Yeah, the total is almost 80,000 square feet. It's about a 63% increase over what we had before.
And what are some other numbers? When are we going to open up? How many books do we have? And how did we get all the books back?
Well, we will open up September 14th. It'll be our regular hours. We'll have just a short little program at 1 p.m. and then we'll open up and we'll have some fun activities to go along with checking out your books and restocking your supplies.
So walk us through the new library, the fabulous entrance. Talk about some of the new features we have.
What the architects did was they really tried to meld and contrast the old with the new. So right as you walk in, you can see on your right side the outside of the old 1904 building.
This is the original Ames Public Library.
Right. Yep, funded by a grant from Andrew Carnegie. But then on the left you see all the nice new modern, and so it really kind of comes together very neatly.
And now what about the library people might remember from 6th Street? You would enter off 6th Street. That's still there.
That is still there, yes. It's actually it's on Douglas is the entrance, and 6th Street is the old entrance from the 1940 edition. And the 1940 edition has all been renovated as well. So it's very neat how they renovated and kind of brought those up to spec, but kept a very classical feel in the older portions.
So we have the original library, which is from 1904, the 1940s edition, the 1985 edition.
Yes.
And now we have the 2014 expansion.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you call it. It is just so amazing.
Yep.
It's almost like a library within a library.
Yeah, and we've been using the term renewed. That's really how it feels. It feels like it is all of the old buildings all still together, but a little bit more and a lot more up to date. It's really neat.
So I've been hearing this acronym that you've been using as you go through this process, this idea of fun. Explain fun to me.
Flexible, untethered, and nimble. Libraries have been changing very quickly for the last, I don't know, couple decades. Obviously, we're not just a warehouse of books anymore. There is a lot more to, as a community place. And so we want to keep everything very flexible, so as things change, we can bring in, we already have ebooks, but, make it more adaptable to other things like that come up.
So being able to be nimble when new technology comes, to be able to use the space differently. I know that the library itself, as we experienced at City Hall when the library closed, the need for meeting rooms really increased.
Yeah.
So we're so happy that that's back. There will be meeting rooms here.
There will be meeting rooms. There are actually more meeting rooms and some larger meeting rooms. The auditorium is quite a bit larger and can be divided into 2 meeting rooms as well. So there are a lot of meeting rooms, study rooms as well, a lot more of those, both for children and for adults. So that will hopefully help relieve some of the pressure that you've been feeling.
So I know a lot of thought went into the renewing of this library, looking at how people use libraries, what they want the space for, what kind of materials they want. Do you think you hit it?
I think so. We are making a couple of little additions. With the new building, we thought we might just be able to sneak in some neat new things. We're going to have video games.
Video games, impressive.
Yeah, some neat technology to help us out with some of our processes too. There's kind of what we're calling a media box, kind of a vending machine where the video games will be, and some of the new popular movies, music, things like that. So that'll be cool.
This is not a pay service though, this is a borrow service.
It's always free.
Okay, as long as you have a library card.
Exactly, which is also free.
So I know one of the things that when you moved to the temporary location, it was great. You got everything in there, but some of the programs had to kind of morph or change a little bit. Are those coming back?
Oh, of course. Yeah, they won't be here right away. We're going to phase back into all of the programs, but you'll start to see little sprinkles here and there. We'll be part of Maximum Ames and some other things in September, and then we'll phase in over the fall to get back into full speed.
Now, one of the programs that I watched a lot over the years has been the Space for Children, and that was a little crowded in the old library. Now, if you're a parent of a young child, what can you look forward to?
It is much larger, brighter, friendlier. The story time room is so much bigger, and it's beautiful. I think the kids will have a great time, and I think parents will be able to have a great time too.
So if you're a long-term Ames resident, one of the things that you remember starting back when you ran into the doors of the 1940s library was the Little Theater. Is the Little Theater back?
Of course. We would never get rid of it. It is right near the entrance to the children's area, and it will be up and ready for viewing.
So any ideas of what the first book will be in the Little Theater?
I think we'll keep that a secret for now.
So a lot of things you've done to build up to the opening of this event. Talk a little about the Book Brigade. That was a fabulous way to get the community involved in moving the books back. It was symbolic. You had a lot of participation.
Yeah, that was something that people asked about because back in 1984 when they moved back into this area, sort of. They were moving across the building from the old part into the new part, and they had done it through a book brigade. Well, we knew we really couldn't do that across Lincoln Way all the way from our temporary space, so we did kind of a ceremonial book brigade. We passed 14 books from there to here, and it was really fun.
And all the books had a moving theme, which was very fun.
Yeah, we chose titles based on, and some Ames themes, the girls from Ames, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so much participation, and I thought it was clever to have a balloon tied to each book.
Yeah, you could see them
watch
coming.
them move down. And some other celebratory things going on as you get ready to open. So exciting. If people want more information, where can they find more information about the library opening?
They can always go to our website, www.amespubliclibrary.org, or our Facebook page.
Okay. And what are those hours again?
The grand opening is September 14th, which is a Sunday, from 1 until 5 p.m.
And then you'll go back into regular hours?
Regular hours, right?
Oh, that's
right
great.
then.
Well, Jillian, I know that you have a lot to do. I know that there's all those last minute details
Of
when
course.
you have a new home that you're opening to the world. We're so excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you could come.
So if you want more information about the library opening, remember it is Sunday, September 14th. You can get that information on the Ames Public Library website. That website is on your screen right now. Also, you can always get information about City of Ames, including the Ames Public Library, at the city's website at www.cityofames.org. Remember, find us on Facebook and Twitter. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week for This Week in Ames.